Hello. Good morning. Well, good evening, actually. How's everyone doing? It's morning, so it's high noon somewhere. I'm just finishing up my snack here. How's everyone doing? Okay, I'm sorry. I just didn't want to chew into the mic. That's why I'm like staring at you guys while I eat. Today we'll be drawing more. No gameplay today, but I'll be playing games next time. Yeah, today will just be a relaxing stream of drawing. My zoomed in face is cute. Thank you. I wonder who made me. Yum, 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 yum. I have my stuff set up here. Yeah, I think we just have like drawings on the agenda. Need the break from the frustration that the game provides. I was so mad when I was playing that game. It's so good, but I was so mad. Oh my god. But also I can't play it off stream because then I feel like we're all not part of the adventure. So every time I play it, I do not play it off camera. Elden Ring is one of those games where I'm gonna play it only on stream because I don't want you guys to miss out on it. Also, last stream VOD is up on YouTube for anyone who missed it. Here is my VOD, VOD's channel. Here it is. We've been uploading more regularly, and by that I mean we uploaded the last 2, and we're gonna keep doing it till the end of time. Wow, we did like 3.5 hours each stream. For anyone who missed it, I did finish that other art. Today we're gonna get started on a new one. Last artwork, I'm very happy about it. I worked on that for so long and I was like, wait, it doesn't have to be this long. I think I'm getting better at understanding which parts of the art are most important to distinguish the detail on, because it draws the eye onto that part of, like, the focal point should have the most detail. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. And I think I successfully established that in my art. I think I'm getting a little better at it. Anyway, there's so many airplanes outside. Yeah, sorry if you guys can hear that. They're going like wow, wow. I can't hear anything yet. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I think there's not This is my last cracker. If I'm literally eating one, do I get banned off of Twitch for saying it? Eating a C-R-A-C-K-E-R? I feel like that's not even a slur, but for some reason it's like you get banned from saying you say it as like a thing on Twitch. But I've seen people say it and they don't get banned, so what's the deal, huh? Eating white people? I can't tell if you can hear them through the stream because they're so loud in my IRL ears. Yeah. All the water planes here. They're crazy. Hi Seshimaru! Welcome, how are you? How have you been? Hello, good evening. You joined just in time. We were gonna get started on drawing some Elden Ring girlies. Okay guys, so last time, this is what we had. Wait, not this. Not this blank screen, but this one. You're Seshi from K's Discord, right? I don't know what K is, but I know that Teledor brings up that name a lot. And, wait, are you from K? What, is it K-Log? Oh, K-Log, yeah! Aren't they the really cool streamer that you follow, Maddie? That's awesome. Yeah! Yeah, we just got started. I heard lots of good things about K-Log. Very hardworking, respectable streamer. This is what we finished from last time. Took quite a while, but I believe this style of this like painterly work, I think this is a style that I can really get behind. So I just did this. And then today, who should we draw next? I think I want to draw one of the ladies. Maybe the Duchess? Thank you! I'm glad you like it. Yeah, this gave me the biggest headache. Wait, let's see. What was the... So this is the original, right? So let's look at the... let's look at the playthrough. The replay. Wait. The banana. The banana. Yeah. Around here. Yes! That was essentially it. I did add some other colors to it afterwards. Eye strain warning. Eye strain warning. Okay, guys? Eye strain warning. It was just like, I was like, how do I write my signature? And then I tried to add this kind of thing. I was like really, really finicky about adding all these extra colors. Yeah, just all the extra little rendering details. So that was what was up with that one. I wanted to draw the witch lady, but I think I actually want to draw the Duchess first, because I also like the other witch lady. But also, if I use weird names for the characters and I act oblivious about the lore, I'm not acting. I seriously am super behind on it because I haven't played the game. I just really enjoy watching other people play it. So forgive me if I'm a total noob with the lore. But today we'll be drawing the Duchess, right? Nightreign? That's what her name is? Yeah. She looks super cool. Here, let me pull up a reference photo of her. I'm still here. I just don't want to expose my entire photo album of anatomical naked reference pictures of people to twitch.tv. Okay, tadpole fingers. Hi, chopsticks. Ah! Oh no! I spilled water on my keyboard. No! No! I spilled water. No! My sparkling water. No, wait. No. wait. Hey. Oh, thanks. Can you grab me? Thank you. Ah! No! I didn't mean to do that. No! What's happening? No! Can you grab me the cleaning spray? Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit ass fuck. Ah! Thank you. Wait, does it do big damage to my keyboard if I spill sparkling water on it?
Just let it dry out, it'll be fine.
Okay. Man, I'm so sad. That sucked. Oh well. It's okay, my drawing tablet's fine. Well, you guys got to witness that chaos. Anyways, hi chopsticks. Hi. Sorry if that blew up your guys' ears. I opened, okay, Teledor opened the door and immediately came running in with a bunch of paper towels. So everyone say, thank you, Teledor. You have a backup keyboard, right? Yes, I do. It's kind of loud. I apologize. It's not clicky, but it's like... How's everyone doing? Is that art in the background based on that one giraffe pig? Yeah! Guess what? Teledor also drew that. Everyone say thank you, Teledor, again. Yeah, the one of him eating the burger. Dude, I'm so glad. Any fellow Germa enjoyers here? Everyone say, I love Germa. Thank you, telephone doorway. Yeah, thank you, telephone door. It's so good. That clip though, it makes me like a little uncomfortable. He's like, what? Why do you look in the camera when you chew? And he's like, just staring intimately like that. Okay, Duchess, Nightreign. Let's see this beautiful reference image I'm looking at. I'm gonna save them here. I don't watch Germa much, but I briefly dated a Germa fan who apparently thought I looked like Germa. I think that was a compliment. Oh my god, you are the luckiest person in the world. That is a super compliment. It basically means like, okay, I think I would never forget that compliment for the rest of my life if someone was like, oh, you look like Germa. Yeah, that's a huge compliment. Germa fans will always say that as like a compliment. They'll always be like, oh, you look like Germa. I love that so much. They're always like that. So you can bet your ass that was a compliment. You must be a handsome guy or person. I don't think I'm as hot as Germa, but I guess I'll take what I can get. Oh yeah, he's a Giga Chad for sure. Okay, I found these references. Duchess kind of gives off like a handsome Samus vibes. I almost said Sigma. Samus from Metrovania. From Castlevania man. From You know? You know what that is? Sigma from Castlevania. Wait, what happened to the music? Oh my god. Did I like kill the music when I accidentally set my keyboard on fire? Let's go back to this. Metrovania, my favorite video game. Is it called Metrovania? What is it called? Metrovania. No, that's a category. Oh, Metroid. Metroid is a Metrovania. Right. Yeah. Alright. We got this. I found the pictures. I thus summoned the... right here. Someone made like a booby mod I'm seeing here for the what is it called? For the character model? I think someone made like an Elden Ring like horny mod. Metroid is like the originator of the genre. Like how Souls games are like the Souls-like originator. I'm a Souls character, y'all. The Duchess is... what's her lore? Or is that gonna spark spoilers? Like, for people who don't want spoilers. If I make anyone mad, please forgive me. Metroid was doing what we call Metroidvania for over a decade before Castlevania did, but Symphony of the Night was so good that more people associated with birthing the game. Oh yeah, Castlevania came out before Metroid, right? She's just a cool lady with the mask, no lore required. But certainly there must be some epic lore for her, right? Because she's so beautiful. I think she captivated me the most with her design. And then I love the witch-looking lady. What's her name again? Cool witch lady? Recluse. I haven't done her remembrances. I don't know much about her. Oh yeah. Please let me know if you guys would want me to avoid spoilers. Spoiler talk. I do know some stuff that happens in Nightreign, which I'm okay with, but if anyone's not okay with hearing that stuff, that's totally fine. Yeah, I love the like cape over one shoulder design for her. She looks quite how do the kids say it? Quite sexy. The one lore point that isn't a major spoiler is that she's also the priestess. She puts on a white cloak and inexplicably changes her accent. Wait, she is? Duchess priestess. Shit, the priestess. Oh! Yeah, she wears like a robe here. Wait, that's so cool. There's a darkness skin? Wait, she looks like the Phantom of the Opera. I babbled to Froggy about Revenant's remembrance for an hour yesterday. Yeah, I saw the remembrance for the Revenant's character, and I was like, this is really sad. Like, in my opinion, I don't want to spoil anything, but I did get a lump in my throat watching the scene. I was like, oh my gosh. You cried? Okay. Can I talk about it? I was like, ah! I was so scared too when it like the camera cuts to like the guy staring at her and the music just stops. I think it was more impactful than if it had started playing like scary music or whatever. Yeah, I was like, ah! I was on the bus watching it on my phone. I was like, what the heck? Sorry, I'm cropping this reference because I realize it's like taking up way too much space. Blech. FromSoft is also secretly a horror game studio, but they only break out that sauce every once in a while. All the comments on the scene were like, oh, they want to be Bloodborne so bad. I'm like, they made Bloodborne. What are you talking about? And then I found out it was because apparently Sony is like you can't redistribute Bloodborne anywhere other than on the PlayStation. I was like, dang, okay, that sucks. I was like, that's why they haven't released it on PC. They do a lot of body horror, but real horror suspense is an every once in a while treat. I think suspense like that is like, you gotta be really good at it, and they were really good at it. They know what they're doing, dude. Dun, dun. I'm like 99% certain someone at Sony just lost the source code to Bloodborne and they're just too embarrassed to admit it. I believe that. I believe that for sure. I feel like it would make sense because it's such a... Okay, when I watched Maddie play it, I was like, this is honestly my favorite game to watch out of all the From Software games. Why don't they do it more? And why don't they release it on more platforms is what I mean. And I was like, oh, that's why. Oh, okay. Here it is. Here we go again. Well, I just scrolled down. The contact/rules section looks so different. It does? I'm pretty sure I just tweaked it a little bit. Oh, I think it's just because the images, I updated them. The little, like, the section pieces. I would, yeah. Okay. Here it is. Here we go. Finally. I feel like I wish there were more character model sheets for the Elden Ring Nightreign characters. This one is perfect. It was hard to find a good one because they all look so crunchy. I don't know why. Now showing my screen in 3, 2, 1. Fuck! Where'd it go? Okay, here. Hee hee, I know what I'm doing. Okay, Duchess. I see you. There's the pen. My big ass pen. I'm gonna draw so hard today. I'm obsessed with the pen. It's so fucking big. It's cause I'm a little froggy. I'm a little frog fucker. No, I'm not a frog fucker. I'm a little fucker, you know? I meant to say I'm a little fucker that's also a frog. I'm not a frog fucker. I don't fuck. Oh my god. I don't fuck frogs. That's not what I mean. You guys know what I mean. I literally didn't even play. Okay. I didn't play that. Whatever. You guys know what I mean. Except crazy frog, right? Did you know that in that video, you can literally like zoom in and see his little frog penis or something? I did not know that. I don't know why I know that information, but it's strange, huh? Isn't it interesting? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Ding ding. Whoa. El Duchess. Does she have a British accent? I bet she does. You're not beating the frog fucker allegations. It's just because I say something has a penis, and I'm sure lots of frogs have penises, doesn't mean... If I acknowledge the existence of a penis, does that make me a fucker? No. It just means that I have an understanding of natural anatomy for some people, and that's okay. Do frogs have penises, though? How do they even... I don't know. For someone who has a bunch of beautiful tadpoles in chat right now, aka me, you guys are my tadpoles. I don't actually know how reproduction works, so I can't give you guys the birds and bees talk, because I literally don't know how it works in my in my universe. She actually has like a Russian accent, something Baltic. Ooh, except when she's priestess, then she pretends to be British. Wait, really? Why? That's so funny. Oh, I'm gonna do her hip tilt this way. She's close switching. She's code switching. The code switching priestess. She frog on my gear till I hands, yo. I have no idea what you said, Chase, but welcome. Who is the hottest Nightreign character, guys? Be honest. In your opinion. I think it's the witch lady in terms of more feminine appearance. The Duchess is my favorite though, because she's my type of woman. Not that she's not feminine, but she has kind of like a butch energy, soft butch energy. Did you play Nightreign, Chase? Iron Eyes eyes. Iron Eyes eye. Iron Eye? Iron Eye. Remembrance. Who is that? Oh! He looks like a Robin Hood. Wait, he's so like, I think his stance is really cute. He's like, you know, when you like put, he kind of makes me, when I see Iron Eye, I know nothing about him, but when I see him, like, he looks like he would do the, you know, like the fingers pointing together emoji. Oh, he's the one with the American accent. Okay, so I remember I saw Maddie playing Nightreign, and then I was like, why does that guy sound American? Maddie was like, yeah, it's weird. He's like the only one with an American accent. Sounds so weird from a FromSoft game. Yeah, everyone's always like having a European accent of some sort. When did you get a massive pen? I got it a couple streams ago. I'm using it to draw a big ass picture with my big ass pen. I pinged you with the meme about Iron Eye's eyes. You did? Hold on. I gotta see this. Where'd it go? Oh, you did send me one. Just now. Oh my god, this one. Okay, here's the meme, guys. Yeah, it is so... Wait, I feel like I did see this earlier. His eyes are so blue. It's like Elijah Wood effect. You like try to have a conversation with him and then you're just like, I'm sorry, I have no idea what you're saying because your eyes are just so fucking blue. Dun, 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 dun. She kind of looks a little more sassy here. Maybe this stance will be okay. Sashay away. FromSoft is usually very particular with their English language accents despite being a Japanese studio. They definitely don't mean nothing. I wonder if it's also because like, doesn't Japan's like, aren't some of their like Western influences derived from like British influence a little bit more? That probably has nothing to do with it, actually. I'm just talking out of my ass. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you guys ever say something and you're like, actually, maybe... Oh, actually, I don't know anything. Ignore me. Sometimes that's me when I'm talking to my friends. I'll like try to contribute to a discussion and then I'm like, wait, I think I'm wrong. Japan has a lot more American influence culturally. Oh, okay. Okay, I think Duchess is the hottest personality, but Recluse is up there. Recluse has really good posture. I think my mom would be like, look, do you see her? This is why you can't slouch, because then you could look like this woman and be beautiful. Don't you want to look beautiful like her? Let me know if the music's too loud. She has like a little like hand here. I'm using the pose from the, if you look up Duchess Elden Ring figurine, there's like this cool pose where she's doing this. I'm using that as a reference. I just can only put one reference up at a time on the reference window over on the left. So I want you guys to know I am referencing the pose of the figurine. Here, I'll send a link here. It is a safe link, it's just an image. I think it's more because Miyazaki is a Western fantasy and culture nerd, so by extension he's a Europe nerd. Do you guys have a favorite From Software game? Out of all of them? Like your absolute favorite? What's your absolute favorite lore and battle-wise? Or is there one where you like the mechanics better? Like in a certain one, but then you like the story better in a separate one? And if you think that if you mix them together, it'd be like the perfect game ever. Elden Ring? That's so hard. Yeah, I bet you guys love that question though. That's like me trying to figure out which of the old Barbie movies are my favorite. I unironically like those movies. One day I will draw Barbie on stream. I should have done it while I was like obsessing about the Barbie movie that came out in theaters. I also should have seen Oppenheimer. I think objectively Sekiro is their best game, but Elden Ring is my favorite. Oh, do you think that the posture mechanic in Sekiro is like very different from like every single other like From Software game battle mechanic? Like instead of stamina they have like posture, right? Elden Ring. Sometimes it's Elden Ring for the... Oops. Oh, whoa. Empty. Okay. Sometimes it's Elden Ring for the scale and complexity, sometimes it's Sekiro because of the narrative and design polish, and sometimes it's the Dark Souls 3 DLC because it made me cry like a little baby. Is the Dark Souls like lore really like emotional? I think I know the least about the Dark Souls lore. Not because it's like not popular, but because I've just been so like fixated in like surrounded by so much like Elden Ring stuff lately that I actually I didn't have the chance to like get into Dark Souls lore as much while I was trying to keep up with the Elden Ring lore. I remember enjoying the Barbie movies I saw when I was a kid, and I enjoyed watching that one with you. Did we watch the Nutcracker one together? That one was so good. My favorite is The Princess and the Pauper, where Martin Short is the flamboyant gay villain. That was Martin Short? Martin Short. The 12 Dancing Princess. Oh yeah! That one was so good. I think the 12 Dancing Princesses is my favorite one. I want to see... I feel like, I don't know why, but when I see the Elden Ring Nightreign characters, I feel like they could all be like put into like a fan casting of, if From Software had a game they had to put the characters from into a Barbie movie, I think they should replace the 12 Dancing Princesses characters with the Elden Ring Nightreign characters. Does that make any sense? Or like the Nutcracker. They're kind of Nutcracker. Yeah, no, the Nutcracker. They'd be, if it was like Elden Ring Nightreign holiday special episode, and it would be like the Nutcracker. That'd be awesome. Ones I saw as a kid were Rapunzel and Magic of Pegasus. Rapunzel, Duchess, I feel like would be in a Rapunzel story. She'd be a Rapunzel girly. I'm gonna zoom in on this one. And then try and focus on her face here. Duchess would be Flynn Rider. She would! She is extremely Flynn Rider coded. But then, who would be... Here, maybe I could try a different angle too. Who would be Rapunzel? Maybe... Revenant? When I first saw the characters, I didn't know about their ages. And I thought they were all adults, so I thought that Revenant would be like really cute with the Duchess as just from an aesthetic standpoint. But then I saw more clips of Revenant and I was like, she kind of looks a little baby. So I wasn't sure. I do think that Recluse and Duchess would be cute together though. Revenant like by herself is definitely like Rapunzel coded. Revenant is a collective daughter of all the Nightfarers, yeah. Oh hell yeah, Duchess. Woman with masks that only cover their eyes or peak design. I'm a 2B simp. Oh my god, she is 2B coded. She's so 2B. 2B or not to be. Yeah. Oh my god, how did I not even like think about that before? That's why she reminded me of 2B. Or no, I mean someone familiar. She didn't remind me of 2B, but like I was like, she reminds me of someone I know from a... Like, haven't I seen a similar design in a different franchise before? But not in a rip-off way, just like a pleasant remembrance way. Hooray, to be mentioned, Nier is one of my favorite games, flaws and all. Okay, I have not played Nier Automata, but I think, the one scene I saw was like the robot orgy, and I know it's way deeper than that. It's not just like people point to it and be like, haha, funny robot orgy. But I remember just being so shocked about that because the robots looked so cute. To me, it was the same experience as if someone had shown me a clip of like Minions like Rule 34. I was like, what's going on? I've been really wanting to play that. You should play it. I think it looks beautiful. Nier fans, when they find out you can actually play Automata and not just consume 2B fan art. I like when you can like see her eyes. I think 2B looks really good either way, but there is like an appeal to like ooh, like I could see her eyes a little bit. How mysterious and beautiful. Yeah, Samus has a bit of like, Samus and Duchess have that like a similar sort of energy in their like attitude, I think. And the eye thing is like harkens me back to the 2B design. That is to say, I still definitely appreciate and love the designs for their own uniqueness. I don't mean to say like, oh, it's basically the same thing, because it's so good. They all have their unique aspects of their design. But I do think like, I was like, oh, no wonder it reminded me of a certain person. It's really pretty. To be honest, if you don't have time to play the game, the anime adaptation was very good, and it actually did a couple things with the narrative that I think improved it, but it does have narrative elements that only work as a video game. I kind of like that Like, there's some things you can only just do in a video game, you know? Like, I feel like even if you're like playing, you know, some people complain about like they act as if like a linear video game is like a linear story is like a bad thing just because it's linear, when in fact it's like no, because sometimes people are like, oh, you might as well just watch a movie, why don't you just make it a movie? And it's like it's not that simple. And there's some magic to video games where it's like just making it an interactable game is just like so fascinating in itself. There's just like it's a completely different way of storytelling. If you know, you know, you know? They drew her ass really well in the Nier Automata anime. I should check it out. Is the game really hard? I'm sorry, I'm one of those scrubs that's like, is it really hard? Like as if, you know, some people are like, oh, I like that's difficult, but you should see me when I'm playing Elden Ring. I'm still on my Elden Ring journey. I still stream it, you know, I'm streaming it on this Saturday. The time is probably going to change. I'll probably do it this Saturday evening instead of Saturday in the morning as listed in my usual times, but like when I played this Saturday, oh, I turn to a different person when I play Elden Ring. I get nasty, and not in like a fun like, oh, streamers raging, so funny. Like I think if you check the VODs, and they're up on YouTube down below in the description, but oh my god, I looked back and I was like, ooh, yikes, I got so mad. The game is actually really accessible and has tons of difficulty options. Hi YouTube. Okay, if it has difficulty options, this is very unFrom Software of me, and I'm sorry, but I like the difficulty options and I will play it if it has like easy difficulty. I feared for her and Maddie's relationship. Maddie was like, oh, you gotta do it like this and this, and I was like, ah! It has an uber easy mode that makes it practically play itself. It's very adjustable. Oh, for Nier Automata? You guys have convinced me. I'm gonna play it sometime. Maybe that'll be next on the list of games that I'm playing after Elden Ring. I have Nier Automata in my Steam library. I never finished playing it though. I think I was watching the gameplay ones online on YouTube, and Maddie was like, oh, this is the part that I got stuck at. And I think it was like a woman with like a big dress. I may be remembering it wrong. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I just remember like a really red dress. Like it was like a big dress, and it was like she's taking lots of damage. Like I didn't really get stuck. That's just when I stopped for the day and didn't end up picking it up again. Oh, okay. Which difficulty level did you do? Oh yeah, also isn't there a mechanic where you can just like make her clothes like self-destruct or something? But when I talk about it, I'm like, that's pretty cool. But then sometimes people will be like, no, there's like a lore reason behind it. But I forgot what it was. Like her clothes can just like melt off of her. And you're like, oh, okay. Just the default difficulty. When I played Resident Evil Village, I kept dying so much in one of like the basic like intro scenes that the game started saying like, did you know that you can change the difficulty to easy? And I got so mad. I was like, how dare you suggest that I do something else? How awful. I was so offended, but also it made sense. The lore reason is you're making her core go thermonuclear to self-destruct. But like, why? Not that I'm complaining, you know? But like... For gameplay, she survives, but all her clothes are destroyed. Oh. But why? I don't think there's a lore reason behind it. I just think it's because they want to show off her butt model. I hate when that happens. To be fair, they clearly put a lot of effort into it. Yeah, I like the animation of it. Like when she's like, ah, my clothes, like, it looked pretty good. Again, I'm certainly not complaining. Also, her bug gets shiny when you roll in water and it dries in real time. Really? I only remember this because Yoko Taro made it a selling point on Twitter. You know what? That's actually a really good marketing tactic. The combat animations in Nier Automata go so hard. Isn't the music like super good too? I hope that's not too much of a spoiler. Lore reason is so they don't get captured. I think 2B and Nice do it together at the end of the intro mission. Oh no, that's not too much of a spoiler. I've already seen a bunch of like clips and stuff. So that's okay. If I say that I don't want a spoiler, usually I'll just like preface the conversation by saying like, oh, don't tell me anything. But I think here it's okay. I'm gonna play it, but I've already seen everything. The music fucks. The music. Ah, I see. Another thing to look forward to upon my playthrough. The music fucks. I was saying that to Maddie about the Chainsaw Man music yesterday, actually. I went to a live concert of it. Whoa! Of it last year. It had their library vocalist, primary vocalist, and even Yoko Taro was there. Otherworldly experience. You're so lucky! Like, I don't even, you know, I haven't even heard the music, but if I went to my favorite video game, like, soundtrack concert like that, I think I would die happy. Like, when I was 90, I'd just be like, oh yeah, this thing happened when I was in my 20s, and, in my frog years, as a young tadpole. And it was the best experience of my life, other than the time that I finally beat Elden Ring. I'm gonna be like 80, and my hands are gonna be shaking like, like, you know, in cartoons with like the bone rattling noise, like, it's gonna be that, but it's my knuckles like vibrating against the controller. It's like, Grandma, you said you were gonna do this like years ago. It's okay to give up. Like, shut the fuck up, Tommy. You can't tell me if I can't win a game or not. And then on my tombstone it'll say, Froggy hands. She never got to finish it. It's the only real concert I've ever been to. I don't count the Christian rock concerts I was forced to go to. Oh my god! Did you go to Christian rock concerts at the behest of your parents? I remember at church they, when I was younger and I had to go to church, they would always play like Christian like youth rock. And I was so sick of it that by the time my mom was like, let me introduce you to Catholicism. This is what I practice. I was like, wow, I don't really dig the music that much, but it's certainly refreshing listening to like, oh, instead of like Hillsong, like rock music or whatever. To this day, I have like a knee-jerk like negative reaction to like youth group music just because I heard it so much as a kid. I don't go to church anymore, if you guys couldn't tell. They weren't even that bad, to be honest, just kind of small, very similar and repetitive songs. Yeah, it was like the songs weren't bad, it was just they all started to sound the same to me. It would be interesting if there was more like like angry rock and stuff, just like a variety of like those like Christian rock songs. But it was always like a very similar vibe. Like if you, it's like kind of like a quiet like singular guitar, and then it goes into like a riff. I don't even know how to explain it, but once you hear it everywhere. Like in the like the genre. I remember my cousin's Sunday school did a music party thing and they played I'm a Believer by Smash Mouth. Now that is a church that I would have gone to as a kid willingly. Nothing wrong with church. I personally don't go anymore, but one of the things I remember being like thinking about was like, oh my god, can my church specifically please play a different type of music? Can they switch it up a bit? And I think if they had played some Smash Mouth, I'd been like, fuck yeah! I also loved VeggieTales music as a kid. I remember, like, let me tell you, it didn't conjure images of God in my mind. Didn't you want to throw your hands up in the air and go, ah, hallelujah? I remember Vine, where someone showed his grandma a screamo band that he insisted was a Christian band. She rocks out to it. That's so cute. That's blasphemous. They should have played the original version by the Monkees. Yeah, VeggieTales does unironically fuck. If you like to talk to tomatoes. I feel like there's some people that I like talk to now who didn't even like grow up super religious, but they're like, oh yeah, I know VeggieTales. They just watched it because it was that fun. Their strength really was like using vegetables to tell their stories for sure. And its original creator, Phil Vischer, is actually really cool and speaks out against Christian nationalism and Trumpism's takeover of the religion. That's really cool. I like creators like that. I love it when people who create kids media are like genuinely passionate about it and like spreading good messages to children. I feel like there's nothing more heartwarming than when you also like go back to old shows you watched as a kid or movies and you realize that the creators really did enjoy making that stuff and having a passion for it. Like, I've been rewatching Phineas and Ferb because the new season came out and I was like, oh, I want to catch up on everything again before I watch the new season to like remember what happened. And I was like, a lot of these jokes are like way better now that I'm an adult. And not in an inappropriate way. Like they weren't trying to sneak in like inappropriate like jokes like for kids or adults. It was just like it's just funnier now. And then you realize like they were really having a good time, like being passionate about the messages they wanted to give to children. Like I don't know, like having Ferb and Phineas be like stepbrothers and just showing like a natural mixed family. I like that. Phineas and Ferb holds up so well. Yeah, I remember following Phil Vischer on Twitter a while ago, fearing I was going to find out he wasn't so great, but I've been pleasantly surprised. Yeah, it's like finding out about, I don't know, what are some other kid shows and stuff that have like aged well. Oh, Blue's Clues. Blue's Clues is great. They got a new host and all the old hosts regularly make visits. They're like, yeah, I had a good time on the show. Dun, 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 dun. Blue's Clues. All the girls I talk to, they're like, oh my god, did you see the new host? He's so cute. And then if they don't know, someone shows a picture of him, like I show a picture of him and they're like, oh my god. I had a blue plushie as a kid, it was my favorite. Really? You had a blue plushie? That's so sweet. Her head should be bigger here. I remember watching Blue's Clues the day before I turned 18, the memories it brought back. Man, the nostalgia overload. We just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Dun, 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 dun. This sketch looks so good. Thank you. It's a pretty basic sketch I'm doing, but I'm happy with it. Let's fill this layer actually. Hey, I like this music a lot. Anyone else agree? Dun, 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 dun. Are you gonna keep it as a bust? I think so. Possibly. Let's see if we end up adding anything to it. I was thinking, I got a thinking chair for my 4th birthday. What was the thinking chair again? Hard agree. Thank you! I'm glad you like the sketch. I watched that recent-ish Blue's Clues movie where they brought back Steve and Joe, played by the original actors. It legit made me emotional. Yeah, I really like that they also, like, when they talk about why they left the show, it's not like, oh, I actually fucking hate kids or whatever, like, or like, I hated, you know, I think if you work in kids media, like, if you genuinely enjoy it, and if you're passionate about it, or just having good things to say about it, like why it means a lot to you, the kids can sense that energy, and like your viewers can. And it's always so heartwarming when they come back and they're like, hey, I'm not here anymore because I have other things I want to do in life, but I'm still ready to pop in and say hi. Just say like, hey guys, remember me? That was the chair Steve sat on. Oh! I feel like Blue's Clues had like I've never seen a set so primary color like limited, not limited, but like so primary color focused that like gave me more nostalgia than like the Blue's Clues set. So many reds and greens and blues. Oh, and now we have Bluey. All the kids love Bluey. Let's do this. Alpha lock here. Kind of want to fill this one with like maybe this kind of color. Like a blue? Light blue? Or something like that. Anyone remember Cyber Chase? PBS Kids really had the best shows. And Nick Jr. Barney scared the shit out of me. Sesame Street is still doing well. I didn't know that Sesame Street and like Kermit were in the same universe. I was like, why don't they ever do a collab? And then people were like, they're part of the same franchise or something. I actually had no idea. Dun 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 dun. Okay, let's color in some of her skin. The MCU Muppets Cinematic Universe. But it's like, it's weird because like they kind of like are so similar, but they don't interact that much, right? What is the connection or lack thereof between, like, are they all Muppets? They're owned by the same company, right? Like Kermit, like the Muppets and Elmo and stuff. Sesame Street is a Muppets production. I feel like Muppets are kind of like for like all ages, and Sesame Street is very like younger kids focused, right? Or am I wrong? Big Bird had a cameo in the first Muppet movie, and at the time that was like an Avengers level event cameo. You know what? You're right. I believe that. I think that would have. I would say that's a sufficient like level of like comparison for how I would have felt if I saw that as a kid. I would have been like, holy shit! I remember the Muppet Show had Bert and Ernie on once, and Kermit has made several appearances on Sesame Street. Oh boy. I remember I liked Big Bird the most as a kid. Apparently I cried watching Elmo at first, and then I was like, actually I really like him. Blue. Wah! I feel like cover for blue color around like here. Maybe this way. Anyone take an interest in the Switch 2 recently? Anyone get one? Talking about Muppets makes me think of how tragic it is that we never got more of the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. What is Dark Crystal? Dark Crystal Age of Resistance. What is that? Oh wait, it's a fantasy series from Netflix from 2019. Whoa! Wait, it has like real puppets in it? The Dark Crystal books. You liked Cookie Monster? Cookie Monster is kind of scary. What is Dark Crystal about? It kind of looks like gives off the labyrinth energy. This is the Muppet Studio? What? The puppets look so much more detailed. It's the Muppet Studio, but it's a dark fantasy universe with insane lore. Oh, maybe I should check it out. I have never seen this before. I wonder if maybe they didn't market it enough. Labyrinth was also the Muppet. Wait, really? Oh my god. Ferb, I know what we're gonna do today. It did not do well financially. That's so sad. I feel like it looks like they worked their ass off on it. It looks really good. All these stills that I'm seeing on my other monitor. Let's block in the colors. You multiply. Skin. That's the suit. Maybe I'll actually put this on up here. The original, I don't know about the recent one. Oh. I think puppets used to scare me, but now I have way more like respect for them now that I'm not like a infantile, not infinitesimal. I'm just a baby forever. An infantile, like, that's afraid of anything that moves. I think, I saw, like, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I was like, Rakakuni! The way that they, like, relied on so many practical effects, we didn't know how good we had it, guys. Like, now everyone's like, CGI, CGI, CGI. And CGI is awesome, but it's like, I didn't realize how amazing practical effects were and how much work went into them until after I like grew up and I was like, wait a second. Why does it feel so much more immersive in some parts when I look at practical effects in cinema? The Netflix prequel also did not do well. It did not get renewed. That's so sad. I'm so frustrated with, like, whenever something doesn't do immediately well on Netflix, it's like they want to Shonen Jumpify like every single Netflix show. If it doesn't do well right away, they're like, canceled. EOW is such a good acronym. Everything Everywhere All at Once. EOW. They recently screened the original print of the first Star Wars and people were like, what the fuck is this? It looks like real people are on real sets. It looks terrible. And I felt like I was going insane. What? But it's so... Okay, when I look at, like, the prequels, I'm like, everything looks so fuzzy. Like, I know that the hot new thing was, like, CGI, but I'm like, it just looks like everyone's floating everywhere. You know? But in the originals, you look at it and you're like, oh, Puppet Yoda? That's real Yoda? Like, it just feels... And it also helps with the actors, like, ability to feel more immersed and, like, act better. Have you seen that, clip of Ian McKellen doing the Hobbit movies? And it's so different because it's like... In the Lord of the Rings movies, he was, like, way more like, oh yeah, I'm like here, this is real life, everyone is like with me. But then in The Hobbit, like behind the scenes set, there's a clip of him bursting into tears like because he's literally just surrounded by like green screen and like everywhere. Like there's literally nothing there other than just a green screen. It's so sad. I know. It's so it's like, oh man. Did you hear that? I said that's so sad and then the song said that's so sad. That was weird. Did you guys hear that too? That was kind of... Guys, what was that? I'm really scared, guys. Like, I read the article thinking people were going to complain about bad print quality, but no, people didn't seem to like that. It was easier to see the seams in the practically filmmaking. And I just don't understand that mindset. The idea that we have to constantly scrub away the little things that remind us that real, valuable people made this movie. Yeah, the people don't like to see, like, the human error that goes into things. But, in fact, that's what makes it beautiful. Like, the reason that people don't want to see... The reason that people want to see art is that someone who is like you and me put their time and energy into making this, and it has all those like little bits of like human error that show that, like, if all art was just based on how perfect we make it or whatever, it wouldn't really, then all art would be the same. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that's why, like, not to go into a whole like AI rant, because you guys already know, like, you know, support real artists, but like part of the thing that makes AI art seem so like dull to me is the fact that it just kind of like, in the grand scheme of things, it just kind of, it's like somewhat, yeah, it looks really good from far away. Like, you want to generate an anime girl like idea or whatever, but it's like someone did not make that. It's just like computer generated, and that's cool, but I would rather look at like a painting that's, I'm like, oh yeah, someone painted this, and then I want to see how they did the process and everything. That's the appeal for me. So if that appeal is gone, it's all just the same and like computer generated and everything, and we don't have that bit of like human touch that like an out of place like value or whatever. I don't know. I don't know if I even said that correctly, but like, I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to get at. My brain's also kind of still activating because I took a nap before this stream, which is why I was 5 minutes late, but you get what I mean. Limitation breeds creativity for real. Yeah. Granted, this is also kind of George Lucas's fault. He was the one who started it with the special edition shenanigans. Seriously, look up Star Wars prequel shots, and it's just like, what the hell? It's so like Star Wars prequels CGI. It's just so fuzzy. It's not all bad, but everything just moves like a really similar way. It didn't all look bad. I'm just like, you know, when something is, it has kind of like a star, like a, I don't know. Here's like a picture, like a link. Just everything has like the same texture and everything. Feels weird. Oh, I'm not saying like all CGI is bad. Like, there's definitely strengths to it, and it's so cool that we have it in our industry. But like, I want to see some texture. I want to see what people made with their own hands in the practical effects department. Okay, to be honest, the bonk sound effect of the stormtrooper hitting his head on the doorframe in A New Hope was a good addition. Do you guys know the lore of like, not the lore, but like the story of like the guy who was just in the suit for like Darth Vader? He didn't realize that like his voice was gonna be like just like silenced, like someone's gonna voice over him. He didn't know that, so he was really trying his hardest to be like, to like sound like Darth Vader. And And then he saw the movie and he was like, oh wait, that's not my voice. That was so sad. That's so sad. I feel so bad for that guy. I feel so bad for him, dude. I was like, no. When I first saw it, when I first heard about it, I was like, no way. Because he seemed so excited to like do his role. Oh wait, let's turn on so I like to check my values because your values ultimately matter more than the colors that you're using. So by doing that, I fill up this empty layer with black at the top, and then I set the layer mode to saturation, and so I check the values that way. Hey, at least he got credited. James Earl Jones did it in the first one. He didn't get credited? That's insane! What is going on with the early movies? I remember as a kid, I wanted to show my cousins the Stormtrooper Bonk, but they had a different edition on DVD, and I was so confused when it didn't happen. Did they at least get the McClunky scene? That was also kind of his bullshit. He didn't feel like voiceover was real acting at the time, saw more special effects. That's so weird, because like to us it seems like a huge thing, right? We're like, oh yeah, definitely, like you should be credited if you do voice acting, but it's insane that people could perceive it in a different time as like, yeah, it's just you just put in some special effects, that's all. I usually just make a copy of the layer and set the saturation to 0. Yeah, this one I just like found online as a tip, but I know there's like all sorts of different ways to check the values. Maybe I'll use like the light shining down on her it could be like more cool, and the shadows could be more dark. I mean, dark warmer tones. Let's see this one. No, 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 no. Mm-hmm. Like this. Yeah. Also, there's a little bit of connection lag on my part. So, if I suddenly like get a flood of chat messages and you guys are like, why isn't she saying anything? It's because of my connection lag. It's been kind of weird lately. Okay, I set this way. Oh, weird, the stream itself seems fine. Quick, we have to flood the chat with nonsense. Everyone send Pepe frog emotes. I don't think there are actually any on this channel. Hey, I see it on time now. Germa sandwich, Germa sandwich. Everyone say thank you, Teledor, for the Germa sandwich. I was seriously so shocked when I first saw it. I was like, is that me? Quick, mods? Someone please link the Germa sandwich clip to chat. So iconic. You guys don't make eye contact when you chew? Actually, it's a burger. Okay, ban Teledor 24, please, everyone. Mods, ban the mod. A burger is a sandwich. Exactly! I also consider hot dogs to be sandwiches, but apparently that's a controversial opinion. Side eyes. Side eyes, 50% of human population. I will not dare. You gotta choose who you want to go with in the divorce. Maddie or me? Take your pick. Thank you for the clip, Maddie. Thank you for the link. I see you've redeemed yourself. I always called them hot dog sandwiches when I was a kid. That's so cute! Now you're making me sad. I don't want to choose. If Maddie and me got divorced, then who would you choose to go with? Posting Germa the sure path to redemption. Post a picture of Germa's big ass dump truck and I will always forgive you guys. The fact that he has his own lore wiki is so funny to me. There's even an article for his separate dump truck. Germa dump truck lore wiki. Posting Germa. Germa posting. Here it is. Slightly not safe for work image. Nothing explicit, it's just a picture of his doctored, extremely big ass here. I can't even begin to comprehend the supposed Germa lore. It's really huge, guys. Like, I know it's not real, supposedly, but that image, I saw it for the first time, and I think I, like, couldn't breathe, because I was laughing so fucking hard. It's actually insane. Let's add some like blue tint here. Maybe a little too blue here. Desaturate. I think you might be the one couple where I genuinely can't decide. Usually I know one person is the other person's partner, but I know you both individually. Hell yeah! See that, Maddie? Our friends know us equally. In equal ratios. The amount of times I go to work and people are like, I say something apparently super out of pocket, and then my coworkers look at each other and they're like, oh, I'm worried about Maddie. Is this what they have to deal with every day when they get home? I'm like, excuse me? I feel like IRL people usually contact you and I'm invited by proxy. That is absolutely not true. Do you? Do I say out of pocket things? I'm sure it's not that bad. Right, guys? Right, mods? Back me up here. I still have some rationality in me. You know? I never noticed. See? See? It's okay, guys. I'm like one of you. It's okay. Smiles. You called yourself a frog fucker earlier. That is actually, that was AI generated. It's absolutely not true. I don't know where you guys are getting your facts, but it did not happen. If you ever find a video of that, it was absolutely doctored by someone and it's not real. It's true I clipped it? No, you didn't. You know why? Because if you clipped it, that would mean that you get banned. Instant ban. I want that guy banned for 10 years. I want that person banned from my chat for 7 months. And every single person in their family. Ban that guy right now. I was going to clip it, but I had an error. That's because the world is on my side. Interesting that the world is on my side, and yet my mods are not on my own side. Do you guys see what I have to deal with here? Anyone who's not a mod watching my stream? Points like Tom Hardy, ban that guy. Ban that guy! Says mods like guards. Guards? Ban this chatter right now. Ban them. Okay, her like little nose thingy. Oh, okay. So her nose bit actually goes... Where'd it go? Nobody knows. This way. So, yeah, there's the part of her mask that like goes on her nose. Kind of more like curved this way, I think. She's the Phantom of the Opera, guys. Kill that guy! Into the Spider-Verse Kingpin. Actually, wait, I got it wrong. The meme I was thinking of had Brad Pitt, not Tom Hardy. Hey, if it helps at all, I basically think of those guys as the same person. What do you mean Tom Hardy's not in Fight Club? Teehee. Isn't Tom Hardy the one that made like Counter-Strike or whatever? Like Tom Hardy's... Oh no, like Tom Hardy's Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know how to use Twitch. I can't find the clip anymore. The universe is on my side today. I am not a frog fucker and I never would be. You know why? Because I don't find frogs attractive. Okay, the universe would be so screwed if I was the queen in Shrek 2. How does she even deal with the fact that her frog is like the frog prince? I think that is cute that they added that lore, though. Tom Hardy is the actor who said, "I'm an actor. Of course I've had gay sex." Tom Clancy? Is Tom Hardy the one that's like from Batman then? The guy... Oh, this guy! Oh yeah, he looks like... What else was he in? Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy's Rainbow Six Siege. Oh, he was in the Venom movie. Venom's Rainbow Six Siege. Found the clip? No, you didn't. You didn't find any clip. Don't troll me. Inception Venom. Oh, he was in Inception. I haven't seen Inception for a long time. When I saw that movie as a kid, it really freaked me out because I was like, wait, what if I am in a dream? What do I do? Alpha lock. I was like, what should I do if I'm in a dream for real? The Duchess's mask is like so strange in like 3/4 view. Let me see if there's a way to like... Yeah, it's like a... Kind of looks like a bird beak. A bit. Wow, people are already cosplaying her? This is so cool. There's Roland Dunkirk is one of my favorites of his. What is Dunkirk? I feel like I've heard of that. No, not Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkirk. Wait. He was also Mad... Oh, yeah. Mad Max. I've definitely seen his face before in that. Dunkirk. Tom Hardy. Tom Clancy. Oh, he was like a pilot guy. Tom Kirk's Fortnite. My cat. Cat, please move. Algorithm knew what you wanted. I do. Ah! Wait, my kitchen towel fell. No! Kitty. Not like this. I'm sweating. Is anyone else sweating? Dunkirk is Chris Nolan's second best movie after Oppenheimer. I heard Oppenheimer was like super long, but it was like one of those movies where it's long and it's really good. You know, some movies where it's like, oh, it didn't need to be that long, but everyone that I talk to is like, oh, it's one of the best movies of all time. And the time passes by. Time flies when you're having fun in your movie. I like media nowadays where it's like they understand that it didn't have to be super long to be successful. Do you know what I mean? Like some, like, you know, when people like, when networks like milk a show for all it's worth and they just keep having it going and they don't know when to stop. But it's like some shows, like, they're like, you know, we're not gonna do 17 seasons. We're just gonna do like 2 and that's okay. I heard there's a lot of like sex scenes in Oppenheimer, which is very interesting to me. But then I found out what the guy was like himself in real life, like Oppenheimer. Apparently he was like a horny dude and had lots of affairs or something. And I was like, oh, that checks out then. But doesn't he like have a sex scene where he's like, I am become death? This one, class 6? Okay. Oppie was a big slut IRL. How many affairs did he have exactly? Okay. Yoshi! There's the one scene that holds it back from perfect, not the sex itself because that was accurate, but the reading part. Ugh. There's a reading part? It's just like him being like, oh no, I created a mass weapon of destruction. I'm really sad. Is that the whole movie or is there... Do you agree that there's more layers to it? Because, of course, as someone who's never seen the movie, I am able to make easy statements reducing it to what I think it would be and being completely wrong. Someone tell me, give me a 2-sentence recap on what you liked about it. Was it epic? He reads the Bhagavad Gita during sex. He does? I had to read that for middle school, and then I cannot imagine reading that again during sex. There's a lot more to it. Nice. Okay. That's all I need to know. I'll go check it out. Thank you guys. Honestly, if you tell me it's worth it, then I will check it out. Ooh, you know what I could go for right now? I would love a nice burrito. Wouldn't that be so yummy? I would love a yummy burrito. If you guys had to read a book out loud during sex, like what would you read? I feel like, can you imagine reading the Bible during sex? Yeesh. I mean, reading anything during sex, I don't know. Maybe you read like A Court of Thorns and Roses or something. Sounds hard. What is there to... Things to read... Do you think anyone actually has like a recommendation on this? Books to read during sex? Hey, now Song of Songs is steamier than 50 Shades of Grey if you get the right translation. I think anything would be steamier than 50 Shades of Grey. I know that 50 Shades of Grey is like popular for a reason. But I tried to read some of the passages from it and I was like, I can't get behind the sex scenes. Cause I think there's this one scene where he like takes out her tampon before they start doing it and she's like, he took out my tampon before. Like, it's like, why? Like, it was the I am become death part. The woman gets up and holds it up to him and he reads it. I know I said this movie is excellent. If it just wasn't for this scene. When you guys are watching a movie and like, you're like in the room with people you know, like your parents or your friends, and then like there's a sex scene, like what do? Do you just kind of like look away, or you like try to stay quiet and like not say anything, or you're like, what the fuck, like what do I say? I kind of just like look away when if I'm with my parents and there's like a sex scene in a movie. I'm like, but my mom always makes it worse because she like sees that I'm embarrassed, and then she'll lean in close and be like, what's going on? She'll be like, what's wrong? Or she'll be like, wow, they're really going at it. And I'll be like, oh my god, mom, you take it like an adult and watch the damn movie. That emote. Elden John? Oh my god. You have it too, Maddie? Oh my gosh. You assert dominance by staring even harder at the screen. You know what? Next time I'm like watching a movie with my friends and there's a sex scene, I'm just gonna literally turn like this. Like. I'm gonna do that next time that I watch a movie and there's a sex scene. I'll just be like, wow. They're really going at it. Oh wow. Oh my god, they're having sex. Have you guys seen that one, like, it was like a screenshot of this like one comment on like Pornhub where it was like just the screenshot of the comment itself, and it just said like, oh my god, they are having sex. It was so funny because it was just so mildly written. It's a video I recommended very highly. Watching an adult scene with your dad. Hold on. Let's all watch this together, guys. Let's watch. It's me. You're gonna watch. Okay, everyone sit down with me for this less than 1 minute long video. We're all going to sit down and watch this guy watch an adult scene with his dad while you guys watch with me, and we all watch this together. Sound good? Froggy React Stream, let's go! All right. He already looks uncomfortable. He has the blue eyes! The Elden Ring Nightreign blue eyes.
You know, we could put something else on. Now, you know, son, there's nothing wrong with what's happening on screen right now. I feel pretty uncomfortable. It's perfectly natural. You know, when a grown man loves a grown woman, sometimes the man will take I understand how it works. I would just love if we could watch, you know, anything else. I get that this is uncomfortable. I do, I get that. I mean, I'm your dad. Yeah. But your mother and I worked very hard on this video, and we'd appreciate your support. Video. Also, we're gonna need you to set us up on OnlyFans.
Wait, what? What? Wait, hold on. What did he say?
This is uncomfortable. I do, I get that. I mean, I'm your dad. Yeah. But your mother and I worked very hard on this video, and we'd appreciate your support. Also, we're gonna need you to set us up on OnlyFans. We're not good with computers. I definitely have to move out.
What the fuck? What? Ew. Oh my god. Do you have a movie? So you have a movie for me? Yes, son, I do. Ew. We worked very hard on this video, son. Oh my god. I've heard horror stories of people who are like, okay, some people will complain and be like, ew, I walked in on my parents like doing it, which is already so bad. Like, I've heard lots of stories from people like that, but tell me why I've heard even of some people who are like, oh, yeah, basically I was like looking through my parents' stuff and I found their sex tape. That, I think the fact that it's like, I've heard of that happening, like, it's like, if I had a nickel for every time I heard of someone accidentally doing that, like, you know, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice, like that thing. It's like that. It's like I think I would just pass away if that happened to me. I would puke and I would pass away. Can you imagine that happening to you? I remember I was at like I was at a sleepover with my friend in high school, and she was like, "Ugh, Froggy, do you ever hear your parents doing it in the other room?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Really? It's so annoying. It's so gross. Usually I just cover my ears. What would you do?" And I'd be like, "I don't know." And then I paused and I was like, "Wait, your parents sleep in the same bed?" I was like, do your parents sleep in the same bed? And she looked at me like I was crazy, and she was like, "Yeah?" She's like, "Don't yours?" And then I realized, like, I was like, oh, I guess people with functioning relationships still sleep in the same bed throughout their marriage. I heard my parents regularly from the ages of 12 and 17. No! What do you do? What do you do when that happens? Okay, but at the same time, because my parents like didn't sleep in the same bed growing up, no surprise they're divorced now. It's fine. But I think when I hear people saying like, "Oh, I heard my parents doing it," I'm like, my instinct reaction is like, ew, but also it's like, well, it is nice that they still like are together and like do that together. Like, I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it, but knowing that your parents are still like intimate, or like that they still love each other, that is like nice, right? Like, would you rather have, I remember I once told it to my friend, like, would you rather that like you knew they did it in general, or that they just never did it? And it's like, you know, yeah, it is good, but no, yeah. I heard them a couple times. I usually run away. Ew! I think I would like puke if I heard my parents doing it, but at the same time, it's nice that they like do it, I guess. That I like that they still love each other. Do you guys know what I mean? I feel like I'm gonna sound like a freak, but I don't want to hear my parents doing it, but it is also, I believe it would be comforting to know that your parents still love each other. I once heard them talking. That was uncomfortable. You heard them talking? At first I just put a pillow over my head. Later I just started plugging in headphones and playing DS games. Dude, Silas and Seshimaru, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Hi Nightmare, how are you? We're just talking about what you do in a scenario where you hear your parents doing it. Because I was like, oh, that never happened to me because my parents did not sleep in the same bed. I feel like it's gonna sound weird walking in on that, but like, it came from the string of thought of oh, what do you do when you're watching a movie and there's like a sex scene and your parents are in the room? How do you react? And then it slowly evolved into, what do you do if you like hear your parents doing it? Isn't that so weird or uncomfortable? But yeah. How are you, Nightmare? Oh wait, let's get rid of this part of this drawing here. I'm gonna delete this part so that we have a layer in the back instead. Not sure if it was better or worse when I heard my roommates more recently in life. I feel like it would be, both are horrible, but I think it would be better to hear your roommates doing it rather than like your own parents. I think I would actually like throw up if I heard my own parents. Me talking about how nice it is when your parents like still love each other, and then also in the same breath saying that I would throw up. Wow, what a bunch of mixed messages. I'm okay, but back from a night out, my girlfriend's really drunk and is getting annoyed at me because imagination me is asking dumb questions. Are you drunk too? Are you okay? Make sure you and your girlfriend drink lots of water and have lots of food. Good food. She's full on having a conversation with herself. Your girlfriend's so funny. I'm fully sober now. Yeah, make sure to guzzle water so you don't get a hangover tomorrow. I think with the roommates, it was different because there was no way they didn't know that I could hear them. Oh, that's always uncomfortable. Yeah, I know what you mean. Our rooms were a single thin wall apart that we would literally talk to each other between as a joke sometimes. No! Oh my god. Oh my god. The fact that they like know that you can like, that they can be I'm so sorry you have to go through that. I watched some pretty explicit shows with my parents, but I always think of that video and I genuinely feel less uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, it's different, like, looking at a show where, like, Game of Thrones and being like, oh, and your parents in the room is like, oh, that's awkward, versus being like, oh, hey guys, can you turn it down in the other room? I'm not there and I don't want to be here either, and I don't want to be there. This one. Oh, actually, maybe I can use more of this color here. Over this way. Okay, merge down. Hey, nice. Merge down. So this is the skin here. How's the arts going? It's going well. I actually had my other art that I made. I finished it yesterday. Hold on. Okay, here it is. Yeah, this was the finished one from the other day. So I'm very happy with it. Today it's pretty slow, but just enjoying talking with everyone. Thank you! I like it a lot as well. And now I'm doing the Duchess from Elden Ring Nightreign. Have you played that game, Nightmare? No. Yeah, I haven't played it either, but I've been only playing Elden Ring because I haven't gotten to Nightreign. But oh my god, one of my coworkers was like, I was like, did you play Elden Ring Nightreign? And he was like, yeah, I finished it in 24 hours. I was like, the whole thing? And he said, yeah, it was really good. And I was like, in my head, I was like, how the fuck do you finish that game in like 24 hours? That's crazy. All the bosses and remembrances, that's insane actually. I know, it was crazy. I was like, how? And he said, he's like, I am obsessed with that game. And then he proceeded to tell me about all the lore. It was my first time working with him. You could just meet all the bosses and that's less crazy. It could, I don't know, he said he like finished everything though. I was like, really? I didn't have time to doubt him because I didn't know how the game worked. And also because I'm very gullible. If you tell me something, I will likely believe it. And then I'll get skeptical the next day and be like, maybe I should look that up and fact check it. And then I'll be like, oh, I was bamboozled. I will never understand like people who are able to speedrun things. It's like, wow, how do they do it? I think I would like, I don't know, how do people do that? Or like the no-hit speedruns, I get so nervous watching people do those. I want to try no-hitting Millennia at some point. Is that possible? Is it possible? I need to flip this. She looks like a... I made her look like a Catholic Sunday school teacher. I love the Frog games, but I could never do that. I think I have not seen anyone do like a no-hit Millennia playthrough, but I think that one streamer that Maddie watches who does Elden Ring playthrough speedrun thingies, what's his name again? He's like dating that other streamer who also does speedruns. Maddie, do you remember the name? Lil Laggy? Yeah. He's probably done it before, right? He has really good speedruns. I watch his highlight videos sometimes. Yeah. He's that man, I don't think he's human. I think he's actually like, you know when in the Bible they say that like Jesus like comes back at some point, like he's gonna have like a third arc or something. I think that literally is referring to Lil Aggie or something, because there's no way that, I don't even know if Jesus could beat Millennia in a no-hit run. I don't even know if that's possible. What's the world record speedrun for Elden Ring? Like, how would you even classify that? Like, getting to the end of it? Like, is there a certain final boss that you would have to defeat for, like, a speedrun like that? Good for him, Jesus should get a break. I don't have the innate reaction time speed required for those kinds of runs. No amount of memorization will matter, so you can't effectively react to what's happening on screen. I think I am very... I don't know. I think I'm along the same lines of that in terms of... I have a very delayed reaction. I'll blink and be like, oh, I'm dead. Wait, what just happened? Like, it's like that no matter how many times I play a game. 48 minutes and 35 seconds apparently glitchless. Are there glitch speed runs for Elden Ring? Wait, her bird. Something about the hair is too big. Like this way. Okay, clear this part of it. I'm checking speedrun.com. Glitchless speedrun is at 52 minutes and 55 seconds right now. Never mind, it's actually like 23 minutes. Definitely with glitches, there's no way. Yeah, glitchy speedruns have gone down to like 3 to 4 minutes apparently. 3 to 4 minutes of like finishing the entire game? Like just 3 to 4? How? What is zips? Please enlighten me. How the fuck is that possible? That's crazy. Yeah. This is like zipping across the map? Is that what you mean? Yeah, speedruns that include zips is in its own category separate from glitchless, and there's 2 other categories I'm not sure what the rules are. Whoa. No hit, no death speedruns. Someone will have to show me physical, tangible proof of that, because I can't even conceptualize what that would look like in my brain with the way that the bosses are in Elden Ring. What do you guys think is the most difficult boss battle in Elden Ring? The final DLC boss. Is that Mikola? Or Mog? Which one is that one? I'm okay with spoilers for that, by the way. You can tell me. It's a me, Mario. Let's go. Merge down. Merge down this way. And then alpha lock. I'm gonna erase the lines on this side around the face area to clear that up. So the lines will just be limited to the shirt now. So we merged everything there. It's a boss you fought in the base game, giving a twink a piggyback ride. Which one is that? Promised Consort Radon and Mikola. Oh! Meliketh the Black Blade. Wait, I thought it was Mikola. I thought Mikola was with Mog? Or am I remembering that wrong? What is Mog's relation to Mikola then? Radon. Radon is the... Mog kidnapped Mikola in the base game. Yeah, and then didn't people do a whole switcheroo in the DLC? They're like, oh wait, Mikola's actually the bad guy, or something like that? Dun, 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 dun. Blah! Dun, 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 dun. Mikola charmed Mog somehow. It's still debated if the change is full-on mind control or it just makes people genuinely submissive to him. Either way, it's kind of morally dubious. Mikola like used the opportunity to get into the land of shadow and to get the player to kill Mog so he could use his body in a ritual. Mikola is kind of like gives like a, do you know like have you guys ever seen, how do you say, there's like villains that are, I know he's not like, there's no like real like villain or like good guy or bad guy in Elden Ring from what I hear. There's not really anything like that, but it's like, I think the way that all the stuff that I've heard from about Mikola, it seems very much like that one villain that's like, instead of being really outrageously evil and like angry all the time, he just like smiles coldly and like shows no real rage or emotion, and that makes him scarier. What do you mean his frantic death cult obsessed with blood was totally above board? Nothing sus there. Oh, full log. Let's add the shading a bit to here. Clipping mask and multiply. Get some of this. Mikola wanted the world to be better so bad he lost himself in the world with it. That seems like a surprisingly accurate, like, depiction of. I feel like I've seen this. That kind of, it's like good writing, and I feel like I've seen that kind of arc somewhere else with other antagonists. What's a good example of that? Like Sephiroth? I'm sorry to anyone who is insulted by my comparison of Mikola to Sephiroth. I'm really not trying to troll. Like I feel like I've seen that kind of trope somewhere, and I really like it, but I don't know any other examples. He tried so hard, man. I feel so bad. I don't know anything about Sephiroth. Oh, okay. Lighting comes from around here. I don't know enough about Sephiroth, but they definitely don't fit the same bill. Okay, never mind. No, that makes sense, guys. I don't know, you know? I'm just trying to here, let's look it up. Which okay. Characters similar to actually, you know what if we look up TV tropes? You know that website with like a fascinating amount of like any trope you can think of, no matter how unique a story is, you can always find similar tropes inside of it. It's gonna say Griffith if you look it up. Wait, really? TV tropes Mikola. Let's look this. Okay, there's anyone who wants to look through this, here's the link. What complicates it is that Mikola is a god. You know how in Greek myths the gods are still these fallible and flawed beings while also not really operating on the same moral compass? That's kind of what the gods in Elden Ring are like. I really like that! When people are so immortal and that they're just like completely out of touch with reality, like billionaires, it's like such a, like people just, you just are not on the same level as everyone else, and it harms, like, when you have that much power, it harms other people. I haven't read Berserk, but I think that comparison is contentious among lore fans. As a Berserk fan, I hate the Griffith comparison so much, lol. I only know a bit about Berserk, but I don't really see as much of the... Well, maybe, I don't know. What is Griffith's goal? Griffith and Mikola. Someone on the Berserk subreddit said, Mikola from Elden Ring reminds you of Griffith. A fair-haired androgynous leader with the power to draw followers and inspire affection. With the potential to become a true god, Empyrean, I don't know what that is, and unceasing ambition to do anything in his power to achieve his goals. Rejecting his father's golden order, attempting to grow another Erd tree, discovering means of repelling the outer god's influence, who slumbers within an egg-like cocoon, whereupon him waking up, even Gideon cannot guess what might happen, like the egg of the perfect world. Was Mikola born from an egg? Oh wait, you don't want to get spoiled? I'm so sorry, I saw this late. I'm sorry. Okay, no more Berserk talk. Okay, I will not say anything about Berserk. My bad. I saw your message late. There are no similarities between the two, just that they don't have the same kind of personality. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, when I would say, without spoiling anything, and from someone who doesn't know that much about Berserk, but has seen some of it, I can see what they mean with like the similar goals and stuff, but they definitely have different personalities. People say for Mikola, some of the TV tropes is like, he's affably evil. His like, he uses shady tactics for his causes, but his actions and goals are largely altruistic in nature. All for nothing, allegorical character. His role can be considered an allegory of children growing up to become like their abusive parents. All love is unrequited. Wait, Mog is his older half-brother? I forgot that everyone's related in this game. He and Mikola seem to be the most... I don't know why, but they seem to not have as... Okay, there's a lot of incest with these characters and like not... I feel like it's not even like an anime like fetishistic way. It's just like, yeah, they're all gods. It just happens, I guess. But it feels like there's nothing like that between Mikola and Melania, right? The demigods are America's offspring and all. Offspring, oh, yeah. I feel like... I don't know. There doesn't seem to be anything like that between like Melania and Mikola though, because they're like twins, so they don't cross that line with each other, right? Right? Smiles. Yeah, there isn't even a hint of that between Mikola and Melania. I like that. Thank God. Thank God. Because I understand, like, you know, like, they're gods, but I do like when there is like a sibling relationship that's just platonic in spite of all the other stuff that's happening. I think the relationship is sweet. She's like protecting him. But you guys know more about the lore than I do. I've been watching those like lore videos with Maddie. They like show me YouTube videos. I saw the one with Rani and I like it was so sad. It made me sad afterwards. Like I kept thinking about it and I was like, I'm still sad. Which one? They're all gods. Marika and Radigan though. That's just self-cest, right? Whereas Mog and Mix seem more explicitly incestuous in lore items. Yeah, that's the impression that I get. Vatividyas. Blade, yeah! I felt so sad for him. And then after that, Rani was just like, okay, that sucks. Like, that's, like, I was like, excuse me? Hello? Like Loki? Which part is like Loki? No, Rani loved him so much she's just bad at expressing it. Really? I feel like at the end she didn't seem to care though, and it makes me so sad. Just from the video you showed me. I love the comparison of Marika to Loki. Is she like Loki, really? How so? Let's fill this layer with like this here. Dun 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 dun. Her head needs to be shifted a bit. Again. Maybe if I move it this way? No. I think it just needs to be bigger. Some in-lore say that she tricked and seduced her way into power and she's also a shapeshifter. Oh, true! And Loki is gender fluid. Radigan aspect. Like the horn scent grandma calling her a wanton strumpet. Lol. Marika is, I talked to my coworker and he was like, she's the source of all the problems. She's so fucked. And I was like, can't say I disagree. What is her main goal? Marika's goal. It seems like she's just like, let me give my kids a bad time. That's it. She's like, let's just all have a bad time together. And I'm gonna make it your guys' problem. And that's okay. I don't know, am I wrong? Are you gonna tell me I'm wrong? To be honest, I'm getting more and more worried about Alex Garland's Elden Ring movie every day because we're going to end up with one person's interpretation of the lore being a culturally defining piece of media. Yeah, I think when I talk to people about Elden Ring, it seems like one of the things that I appreciate about hearing people talk, like the way that I hear people talk about it, is that everyone has something different that they learn from it. I mean, duh, like everyone, a lot of people do that with stories in general when they hear one, but everyone has such a vastly different like interpretation of the media because it's not so straightforward, or like there's no like big like this is the moral or whatever. Like everyone, it's like open to interpretation. And so I see what where your worry is coming from. I don't mind him getting his interpretation, but this will inherently have more implied validity by being in quote-unquote official story, if that makes sense. America had a very complicated life, and she made it everyone else's problem, even when she finally decided to do something to quote-unquote fix it. Or rather, break it so someone else could fix it. But hey, at least she gave us the chance. I do appreciate that she recognized the solution no longer lies with her. Actually, that's a good point. I think that's a good way to put it. She's like, my work here is done. It was not a whole amount, but my kids can take care of it. After the DLC, her character arc feels much more complete. Did you guys enjoy the DLC more or Nightreign more? When I talked to my cousin about the DLC, I was like, so how is it? He was like, it just changed like everything. I was like, really? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, interesting. Wait, right here. So TE and Nightreign are such different beasts. I don't know if I can compare them. Which one do you think is more fun mechanically? Because is Nightreign, has the battle system changed quite a lot from the original base game? Or do they all kind of function the same way? Is it mostly just the lore that's changed? I really love the visuals of Nightreign. I think it just looks so much more happy. It looks more joyous. More hopeful a little bit. Do you guys agree? Until the end, I wasn't a big fan of the DLC. I'm probably having more fun with Nightreign, but the DLC was basically just Elden Ring 2 in terms of emotional impact. And Nightreign is a completely different game. Mainly in speed and pacing, but that alone makes it feel so different. For the battle system, I'm gonna do the, wait, flourish accents. Clipping mask. Flourish accents will be kind of like, see around here. I'm gonna add more detail later, but this would be how it would look. Oh wait, that's actually her shirt. I need to zoom in on it a bit. It kind of looks like a ruffle on her shirt. I'm trying to like zoom in on here. It's so dark I can't tell the level of detail as much. Oh, okay. Oh, she does have like ruffles on her shirt. No, she doesn't. I'm blind. Then cape. Cape is here on the other side. kind of falls over her like this. Like this way? Yeah, we'll tweak this one. We'll tweak it. Then on top of here is the neckline. Neck popped collar. It's popping off. Oh wow, I've mostly just been listening for a while. The art's looking great. Thank you! I'm glad that you like it. I think it's sorta coming along. I think usually in the artistic process, what I noticed is that I kind of hit like a little standstill, like a little stalling, like a frozen bit here. I freeze for a bit here because I'm just like, okay, where is everything going? And then once I understand like the vision and the main lighting, then I'm like, oh, okay, I think this is how I'm gonna do it. But my artistic process is like this. It's like, oh yay, all my stuff, I get it now. And then I'm like, wait, there's so much stuff for me to do. What do I do? Oh, it looks so bad. And then it goes like, and then it's like, oh, I did it. It didn't show all the way. Like this. See that? That is my artistic process, how I feel that usually. I'm like, oh, it looks so bad. And then I end up being like, actually, it looks fine. Getting through the ugly phase for sure is fun. Oops. She's gonna have some like... Oh, okay. The cape also attaches, I see, over here. See that? So over this way? It goes over her shoulder. This is like a temporary placeholder for where I'm gonna put it. But it attaches like this. Being in the ugly phase is not fun, but getting through it is great. Yeah, after you're done with the ugly phase, then you're like, fuck yeah. Oops. Now we gotta put a multiply layer on here for the overall shadow that we can get. We have some warmer shadows, so we're gonna do cooler lighting on top. We're gonna use some more cool tones. Maybe like this. Like a bluish for the multiply layer. Okay. Check it out. Oops. Maybe like this way. I have to lasso the entire thing because it's not a combined layer yet. See everything within the silhouette. No, not you, Siri. Siri, cancel. Oh my gosh. My iPhone thought I was talking about it. Whoa! See that? The shadow? Okay, now we're gonna figure out how to... I'm gonna actually make it like a dark blue color. So fill this here. Yeah. Well, actually, maybe like this. Sure. For her, I want to do, I think for the, imagine someone on the other side of your iPhone listening to all you say here, waiting for you to say that. There are different styles of lighting that I can do. Last time I did kind of like an overhead lighting for the Renala one. I think for this one I'm going to make it kind of be like closely follow the one from the side. So the reference lighting, I'm just probably gonna follow that. Yeah, I'll just do like a broad lighting. So the light will come from the left side here. Like so. The highlights will be around here. Once we get the broader values kind of more established like this, it tends to look more cohesive. Because earlier it was like, okay, the colors are all blocked in, but does everything feel like it's part of the same picture? This is the color we're using for the multiply. Da-da-da. Hey, phone, I'm a frog fucker. You will not live that down. I never said that. You guys are gaslighting me into thinking I said that. I did not say that. You guys don't know what you're talking about. No idea. No idea what you're talking about. I would never say that about my own kind. Because my own kind disgusts me. I've been watching the whole time, but I'm gonna have to go because my phone's about to die and I have no charger. Oh, no worries, Nightmare. Thank you so much for staying and for hanging out. I hope you and your girlfriend get lots of rest. And I hope you guys don't have a hangover tomorrow. Hey, DM me next time you're streaming so that I can come watch when I can. I'm so excited. Bye, Nightmare. Yay! Maybe I can do some curve fixing for this. Trying to edit the colors. Here. Maybe this will work. Blue. think I heard Maddie making like dog noises in the other room. Rrr, rrr. What? Uh-huh? No, nothing. Well, I don't know. Were you making dog noises in the other room? I was saying help me? Oh, I don't know why I thought you were making dog noises. Sorry. To Michael? Oh, okay. I want to make her lips a little bit more pink. A tiny bit flushed. Imagine Maddie making soft yaps when making dog noises. When I make dog noises, I'm like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." And I think Maddie would probably make noises that are like, rawr, or something. Rawr. Maddie would make better cat noises than dog noises. I'm not super well versed in like furries though. If any furries are in chat, please educate me so I can improve the noises I make for fun. I had a friend who would just randomly bark at school. Rah! were they more like deep like noises, or were they more like big yaps? Yep, yep, yep. Like he'd just stare at you and be like, ruff, ruff, ruff. Have you seen that, have you guys seen Chainsaw Man? I saw a video that was going around of like, this one cosplayer who was cosplaying Makima was like just walking around at a convention, and there was like a line of guys just like standing around waiting for something else, and they saw her. Everyone started barking, going, "Roar, roar, 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 roar." It was so scary, but it was like also kind of really funny. Like, "Roar, roar, 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 roar." Everywhere, everywhere. I haven't read or watched Chainsaw Man in actual years, and that feels weird to say. As long as you know that Makima has dogs. She likes saying woof. That's all you gotta know. Oops. Clip this one. I've only seen the first season. I don't know if there's more, and I haven't read the manga. The manga's pretty good. I recommend it because it's pretty far ahead of the anime. I like the creator a lot. He's cool. I have this thing where I can't keep up with media in real time, so when the first big arc ended, I stopped reading, and I don't plan to pick it up for a while. Honestly, with the state of how, like, things are in, like, shonen media and stuff, it's difficult to keep up with things because, there's a lot of stuff that's, like, it could have done so well if the publication gave it more time, but, you know how like manga chapters are like serialized like in like monthly magazines and stuff, and then they're put into volumes. Well, it's difficult for people to do that very often with to like just keep it in the, to keep it constantly updating. Sorry, I'm like trying to balance this with like with my actual like drawing with my actual speech. It's difficult to keep a series going on for long, I feel like, in monthly magazines, because it's like Netflix in the sense that if you don't do well immediately, if you're not constantly doing well, they kind of just like, they're like, okay, you're gonna be dropped soon, so you gotta figure out like a way to end your series already. It's like, already? And it's like, yeah, already, like, sorry, but. And so that's why there's a lot of it, like, manga out there where it started off so good, but then once it started getting even a little bit bad, it quickly like goes downhill, and then everything, like, it just all ends, and you're like, what the heck happened? And it like ends on a weird note. It feels really rushed. Usually it's because it was rushed. The creator like had this original plan for like how it would end and everything, how the story would be, but then they're suddenly told like, hey, wrap it up, we're you're not doing very well, so we're just gonna boot you. And so then they end up like being like, oh fuck, I gotta come up with something like in a really short notice. It sucks, but that's why a lot of manga, it's like I wanna read it, but it's like, what if it ends badly? Like heard some stuff going on about new manga that's like, it was the hottest new seasonal anime, or like Oshinoko, and then you're like, wait, what? Because you check in with the fandom and everyone's like, oh, it sucked or whatever. I feel like people are so quick to like cancel things as soon as they don't do like magical numbers in popularity, because everyone's in like, I'm Gen Z, but also like the Gen Z like immediate gratification, like brain rot. It's affecting us, dude. Like, people don't get the time to like polish their stuff or like try to see like where the story goes. It's sad. I'm so sad about Scavenger's Reign Season 2 getting cancelled. Scavenger's Reign was... Let's see. Oh yeah, this one! Is this the one that you got the DVD of? The Blu-ray? Guys, I'm probably going to have to end this drawing here. I'm going to do some... I'm gonna do some mining off screen. I'm going to also work on this like offline as well, in between streams. But I'll be sure to record the progress through like the time lapse and everything. And we'll work on it again next time. Next stream will be this Saturday evening. So I will change the stream time of it for this Saturday, and I'll add it to my schedule. But you should get a Blu-ray for it though. Oh, I thought you got one for some reason. I would not recommend it to you, Claire. It's really good, but there's body horror. Oh, okay. Thank you for the warning. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Who is... Oh my god! Guess what, guys? I was just looking for someone to raid, and Mia Galactic is actually playing Demon Souls right after we were talking about Elden Ring too. Can you say From Software? Thank you so much for coming, guys. I had a lot of fun. Seshimaru, thank you for telling me so much about... Thank you for indulging me on my, like, curiosity about some From Software. I really do like it when you guys explain lore to me. So, I had so many questions, and it sparks my interest further in the game. I have a stream open as well. I'm so overwhelmed. Yeah, you guys want to watch? Let's stick around and watch Mia Galactic as she does her first playthrough of Demons' Souls'. Next stream will be around 6 p.m. PST this upcoming Saturday. I'm super excited, and I'll see you guys that time. Let's go on to Mia. All right, Froggy Raid time. Thank you, guys.